Measuring pain in horses is really difficult, well, in any animal, but in horses I think it's particularly difficult because of their stoicism. But they have a huge lack of ability to self-report. So obviously we can self-report, say where it hurts, how much it hurts, and they can't. And so we rely on us as proxies to report for them. And that's actually quite difficult because we have natural biases, and also there are often multi-proxies. So there might be you, there might be somebody else, there might be a vet that are all trying to report on the same horse. And everybody's viewpoint on the level of pain that the animal's in or what type of pain is going to be different, and we're just guessing. So proxy reporting is biased, and it's really difficult to be accurate. So there's been loads of research on measuring pain and trying to analyse it in horses. Psychometric evaluation has sort of been designated the best way of doing it, but it can be quite difficult to complete it accurately. And I have been pondering, I'm still pondering on looking at how to try and teach self-reporting in animals, because I think that would be really interesting and useful thing to do. So I'm still pondering on that a lot. But I just wanted to just go across a few ways of measuring pain. So on the right, we can see some pain scales. So there are descriptive pain scales, numeric pain scales, and visual analog scales. And basically, you rate where you think the animal's pain is, which is fine. Obviously, you're guessing, but you can have a fairly good idea because some pain is going to be similar to ours. However, the minute you get other people trying to rate the same animal as well, their number 2, for example, for pain might be very different to your number 2. So it's really, really difficult to do it accurately. And that's why these pain scales, they are used, but they're used within other systems as well. So they shouldn't be used as a standalone way of measuring pain. Something that's come up recently is the use of grimace scales for horses. And these are really useful within the context of looking at pain, but also you need to make sure that you look at the whole animal as well. But these are a really good part to use. They need to be species specific. So currently they've been validated for horses, rats, rabbits, and rhesus macaques. So we're obviously interested in the horse one. But in humans, facial expressions are and have been for years routinely scored, either manually or automatically using the facial action coding system. And this system is considered to be really reliable and quite accurate. And actually, the manual scoring has been validated quite highly. So this is just basically an extension of the human system that's been used for quite a while. The thing with grimace scales is really useful for prey species because they're so good with their posturing and their body language at hiding pain, but it's very difficult for them to suppress the exhibition of pain in their faces. And so if we can use these well, it can be a useful indicator. You need to use them with composite pain scales, but they're really good for assessing not only the presence or absence of pain, but also how severe it is. And how good your pain relief is. So if you use them over time, you can usually detect whether your pain relief is working or not. They're really easy to use, so anyone can use them, and they're really safe to use because you're just looking at the animal. So I'm going to look at them here. I hope everyone can see this, but basically the way the horse grimace scale works is that you have 6 measurements. So you've got ear position, you've got orbital tightening, so looking at the eye socket, you've got tension above the eyes, and then the masseter muscle and other chewing muscles, how tense that is, and then any straining in the mouth and chin, and looking at the nostrils, and then general flattening of the profile. And the way it works is that you take snapshots of the horse over time and you grade each area between 0 and 2, and then add it up and you get an overall score. And the idea is that if you do that on at least a daily basis, but preferably more than daily if the animal's in pain, that you can get quite a good representation of the animal's progression or not. So it takes a while, as you can see, to get your eye in and actually work out exactly what you're looking for. But when you do it sort of consistently and you know with your own animals that you can see those little differences really, really easily. That is a good way of looking. So they're the six things that you want to be looking at.